Okay, so someone asked me to throw this cart away for him. As I was removing the rotten particle board top shelf, I noticed a Wayfair price tag. Then I looked up online and found this, and I figured I got all these 2x6s that I removed, that is from someone's interior wall. So I thought, hey, I got a free cart and some free lumber. Let's put them together. So after pulling all the nails and drywall screws and crap out of these boards, I marked out the best sections of usable material. I forgot the overall length, but it was close to 4 feet. And then for the width, luckily, I believe it was 5 boards, just narrowed a little bit, maybe down to 5 1/4 would give me the perfect width. So here I am just removing the edges, which was also good because it took off those rounded corners and made them a little cleaner. I put them together like this, no glue, no clamps, just a piece of pine on the bottom. This is kind of what it's going to look like. Had a big hole here from some electrical wires. I'm going to glue this dowel in here. And with used wood, we're going to stick with the antique rustic look. So here I am just burning a little bit into it just to add to the aged look. I already did a couple spots there just to make it look like, I don't know, something happened. The best part about not having huge sanders and planers is just make things look rustic, and then it looks like it was all on purpose. This is part of a bicycle. I figured that'll make some cool marks. I'm going to go over everything with this espresso stain. It's just stain I had, so I like to start with something really dark to fill in all the dents and crevices. Here I am taking the top layer off with some 80 grit. And after doing this for a bit, I noticed that the edges of the 2x6s, because of the cupping and warping, I wanted them to be a little smoother. So I switched over to the plane and just took down the edges where the boards come together, so you'll be able to slide your coffee cup back and forth across the top without having a huge lip to slide over. So then I went back to the 80 grit on the belt sander. Or no, I think I went to 120 here. Yeah, I switched to 120 and then got the orbital sander. There it is. For 220. And you might think, why stain it and sand it all off? But I'll show you later. So I blew all the dust off, and now I'm staining it with some stain. I think this was called cherry. Yeah, and then I like to put an old sock on my hand and use that to wipe it off. But you can see here what it's going to look like. So the dark espresso stain is in all the dents and cracks and crevices. And then that cherry is the bulk of the stain, which really makes all the imperfections stand out. Here's the first look of how it's going to look. I'm going to repeat the process for the bottom. It's a tad bit smaller to fit inside, but I'll go ahead and save you from that process. It was the same as the top. I'm going to move on to applying some clear coat here. So actually I already did once and sanded it with 220. You can see there's starting to be a little bit of a sheen there. I'm using this polyurethane satin interior clear coat. So I apply it with a brush. Just take your time, don't overbrush it. Get it all on there and then give it a couple of passes from edge to edge and leave it alone. Don't overwork it, you'll start to get air bubbles and stuff. So, and like I said, this is the top. I did the same for the bottom. And here it is. So yeah, check it out, admire it. You can see all the imperfections. You can see where I glued that dowel in there. You can see the burn marks a little, and this is what it came out like. So not only is it pretty, but now it's real wood instead of particle board. So I hope you like it.